But now we're gonna go to the big one. This is the big boy, Fighter of the Year, and I'm sure we're all gonna have different people, but we might have the same. Yeah. See, I'm gonna go to Christian Caban first, since he's eager to go at this Fight of the Year. Christian Caban, go ahead.
You know it's Terrence Bud Crawford. You know that, brother.
School him, Chris.
Yeah, the Gamboa win and you had the Beltran win. Them two good wins for the year. I mean, who did better than Terrence Crawford? And it was dominating fashion to me. He knocked Gamboa out. He beat up Beltran better than anybody I've seen do. So I got him as my fighter of the year.
And I believe I could be wrong about this. I believe Ricky Burns was early 2013. So you got
he was. Yeah, you can add that in. But Ricky Burns. He lost to Beltran though. But yeah.
All right, I'm not going to give you a follow-up question on that because I have a feeling we're going to have multiple people saying Terrence Crawford. So I'm going to come back to that. But let me go to UK Boxing Blogger. Who's your fighter of the year?
Wow, easily Terrence Crawford. But I'm going to go to a different one. I'll just put another name out there. But Crawford, he become a world champion in the Lions Den in Scotland, more convincingly than Beltran. Just had the best fight, one of the best fights I'd seen all year against Gamboa. And then he beat the guy who should have dethroned Ricky Burns at the end of 2013, just in convincing fashion. So yeah, it's got to be in. But I'm gonna go for another one. I'll throw a name out there. See, I'm gonna go with Manny Pacquiao. Gonna count the name on that. Yeah. You know what?
Go ahead. No, let's be fair. Let him explain himself. Let's be fair. Go ahead, Lee.
Yeah. Right. So he comes back, beats Bradley, gets his victory back after recovering from one of the highlight reel KO that would end most fighters' career. He comes back, beats Rios, but then he beats Bradley at the beginning of the year. And he comes back and beats Chris Algieri. I know this is part of the reason why I said it. I know you say that Chris Algieri has not done much and all that, but Chris Algieri beat Emmanuel Taylor much better than Adrian Broner did. And when Emmanuel Taylor fought Broner, he'd already been beaten convincingly by Algieri. Emmanuel Taylor beat Kareem Mayfield as well. So from that point, Emmanuel Taylor is no bum to having your record at that stage of Algieri's career and to beat him decisively over 10 rounds. And then he beats Provodnikov in the way that he does. So Manny Pacquiao beats a world champion. And they agreed to a weight and they both made the weight. So and it was completely one-sided to take a quick guy that many people had picked Algieri to cause Pacquiao nightmares, and he beat him easily. His style was all wrong for Pacquiao, everybody said. He beat him easily. Showed he's on a different level to just average world champions. So therefore, he's got to be a contender for Fight of the Year. But my first pick is Terrence Crawford. And along with many people.
Since I didn't argue with Chris's decision, I won't argue with yours. All right, Lee's got me. Let me move over to EJ Boxing Live. Who's your fighter of the year?
Hey, Lee.
Somebody mute themselves.
Yeah, Lee, you need to mute yourself. Go ahead.
Already mute.
All right, let me move over to EJ Boxing Live. Fighter of the year, brother.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's Bud Crawford, man. Like, you can't get anyone. I could have mentioned Chocolito or Triple G, because Triple G had tremendous knockouts against certain opponents, knocking out cats left, right, and center, yeah. But for me, it's got to be Bud Crawford. There's nothing more to be said, man. Like, the performance he put on against Gamboa was so impressive. And that down there in Elmham, Nebraska, don't get no attention. The man put Nebraska on the map. Anyway, I'm not going to say that, because Nes be saying that, playing that thing.
I was thinking about the same thing. I know what you're talking about, but go ahead, Aaron.
It's the illest N in Nebraska, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to say that. But he put Nebraska on the map. We know Nebraska, look, they came out for Bud Crawford, man. They came out for him, bro. And he be putting on the performances that he turned a part in America with no one even over there into a hotbed of fighting town, bro. Almost like Kelly Bradwick back in Youngstown. Did over there back in the day. So it was a beautiful thing, and he's just putting on great performance. The Gamboa performance, the Beltran performance, the Burns, and obviously that was the year before, but man, the kid's going from strength to strength. He's moving up now to 140, so nothing but Terrence Crawford has to be. Bud Crawford, for me, absolutely. No more to say. Nothing more said.
All right, I got a follow-up question on Bud Crawford since three people picked him now, or three people picked him, or three in a row now. How does it look and feel to see that we got a fighter now? Because everybody's always saying that black fighters can't sell, they can't do this, they can't do that. How's it look? How much of a good look is it that Bud Crawford is out there just selling out in Omaha, Nebraska, which is the whitest place on earth? How does it look? Tell me how much of a good look that is to you, Errol.
Oh, that's tremendous, man. Look, man, white, black, they all coming out, but in obviously in that rural place there where you think, you know, they wouldn't come out. It just shows you, man, like, God fighters do so. Having said, I don't know who said that, but if you look at Mike Tyson, you look at Vander Holyfield, you look at Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank. Listen, man, if you're a great fighter, right? If you're a great fighter and you're fighting great fights, the people will come and find you, bro. They will come look for you and they will support you. So in the day, he's a great fighter and he challenged the very best. Remember, he's the first champion in Nebraska for years. In fact, Nebraska's never had a world champion. Never had a world champion, and he's gone over there and he's done it in spectacular. He's such a nice guy. It's hard, you can't say a bad word against him. And like, for me, whoever said black fighters don't fight, all you have to do is look in Nebraska, because he's the illest N in Nebraska, and that's what I have to say, bro. There's nothing more to say.
Hey, let's just readjust that. He's the illest brother in Nebraska.
That's right.
Period.
That's right.
But let me speak on Nebraska for a second. Errol's not even American. He just said something very true. Nebraska is not known for winning anything. The only thing Nebraska ever won was a national championship in, I believe, 2003 in college football, and that's the first and the last time they've won anything. Okay, so Nebraska are loyal fans, and they're going to be loyal to Terrence Crawford to the end of the road. And I'm very happy for Terrence. I'm very happy for Nebraska, and I hope they keep doing it. But let me move it on to the OG Beats and Rhymes. Fight of the year. Give it to me.
I hope you can dress warm, because you're going to be working in Nebraska. You're going to be Terrence, man. Well, to be honest with you, I'll split it into two. I'd say Terrence had the year. The Gamboa fight was spectacular. Gamboa was old, and Gamboa showed how good he was by how tough a fight he gave Terrence. Yeah? I ain't really seen no one compete with Terrence like that. Well, I haven't anyway. And the Beltran fight, the uncrowned champion, that wrapped it up. Triple G had a decent year. But, you know, I'm not going to say too, if I keep saying any more, then people are going to start saying you hate him because he's whatever. I'm going to split it between Bud. Bud had the better year, but Kovalev beat the legend decisively, you know. So he had the one fight. I don't think that counts as out Bud's year, though. I'm going to go for Bud, but I'm thinking of Kovalev still.
All right, I mentioned Kovalev earlier, so I don't need to mention him again. I got Bud Crawford too, so that seems like we got a unanimous decision. And for anybody that's gonna say we're picking him for whatever reasons, we got Lee Simmons picking him too, and nobody coerced him. He chose him himself.